In this video, I will be talking about all the Shopify apps that you need in 2025. Basically, what this helps us do is helps you convert customers better, helps you create a better user experience, also can help you actually make sales and turn a visitor into a customer, and also helps you increase your average order value, which basically just means, if on average I make $50, some of these apps can help you make $70 as an example. Today, I'll be going through each of the individual components and all the sorts of different apps that we have. And I'm going to give you about 5 to 10 applications that you really need to actually run a Shopify store in 2025. That all being said, category 1, we have foundational apps. Basically, these are apps that are provided by Shopify. And ultimately, one of them is called Search and Discovery. It actually helps you do filtering on your product pages, or your collection pages, we call them, which is basically a page with a list of products. You might want to be able to enable someone to search by gender or search by color or type of product. I want to search for a shoe or a t-shirt or something like this. Basically, a lot of stores today don't really function without filters. Can you imagine going on a website, it having thousands of products and you have no way to really filter down and find what you're looking for? One of them is called Shopify Bundles. It allows you to pair things together and take 2 products and basically marry them into one. It actually creates a bit of a structure, and actually people can visually see what they are getting within that bundle. Very good for promotional periods, very good for increasing the average order size that comes through on your store. If you sell one product for $40, you can pair it up with another and maybe sell it for $60 to $70. That's a significant jump in the amount of money that you be bringing in on a regular basis. The other one I'm going to list out here, which is a conditional thing, it's called Shopify Blocks or Checkout Blocks. This is for Shopify Plus stores. If you want to add social proof to your checkout, if you want to add an upsell to your checkout, you kind of want to change the way your checkout is displaying information, or you have conditions in which you show different things in checkout. This is very good for Shopify Plus stores. It allows you to basically, instead of collecting all this information up front or having functionality in the cart or something like this, you're actually doing it all within checkout. One of the benefits of using Shopify Plus. So those are all the foundational apps. The next category we're going to talk about is the marketing category, or the email category. And a lot of times we pair this up together. Part of it is doing the pop-up, and the other part is doing your email flows and basically following up with the customer. Hey, here's your discount code. Thanks for joining the family. Like a welcome series. After they order, you actually send out emails in a sequence to say thank you so much. You can also do what we call abandoned cart emails, which is basically if someone went to go check out and they decided against it, or they got distracted, you can actually fire off a sequence of emails. Now, Shopify has this baked in within their tool, but we actually recommend a third-party app. It's called Klaviyo. Very good application. Does everything that you need, and also gives you a lot of different insights. Allows you to segment and organize customers, see their activity, when they're on the website, these sorts of different things, and actually helps you determine when to send them emails and how to communicate with that specific customer type. Okay, that was a pretty short category, but I think it's very important. It's not to say it's not that important, but basically you have 2 primary components. You have a pop-up functionality that basically gives people discount codes. You also have the welcome series emails, the abandoned cart, and then you also actually have your one-off email campaigns. So you can see how important an email marketing tool actually is. It just has a lot of different features and functionality to it. So I apologize if that was not 100% clear, but that is called Klaviyo. Next category, social proof. So what do we mean by this? What the heck does social proof mean? It basically just means having reviews on your website, right? I've logged onto a lot of different websites. We built a lot of different websites, and ultimately what it comes down to is that we need to show that other people have a good buying experience when they purchase this product or service, right? If I go onto a website, I'm looking to go buy a product, and I think a lot of us are this way, and it has no reviews, no external feedback, no sort of, hey, John bought this puppy bag and it was amazing and the material is fantastic. Sure, the company's been boosting it up and talking about how their leather material is just a luxurious feel and looks amazing and weather and things like that, right? It's okay, cool. If somebody from the outside looking in says, hey, yeah, that's actually a great bag, we're a lot more likely to buy. I always give the example of, imagine going to a product page that has no reviews, no feedback, versus a product on Amazon that has 100 reviews. Are we going to purchase the first product or the second product if they're the exact same? I think I know the answer to that, and I think we all do as well. So this is very, very important even early on your Shopify website. When someone makes a purchase, these applications, a few of them are Luke's, Judge Me, Yotpo. I think every single one of those by default will actually send your customer an email, either 2 to 3 weeks from you shipping it out to them, saying, hey, just want to know how the experience was, leave us a review and we'll give you a discount or something like this. And actually helps you collect reviews. It doesn't only display reviews on the website, it actually also helps you collect them and does it for you as well. That's one less thing we got to worry about during the day. That sounds good to me. Sign me up. Okay, next set of applications, and these might be optional or conditional and not necessarily. Depends on your use case. This depends on your store size. Something we always want to ask the question of, okay, is there a subscription component to this product or service? A lot of businesses do okay and do pretty well, but if they actually have a subscription component, they actually can do a lot better, right? So these applications are called recharge or seal subscription. They're basically subscriptions. It allows you to basically put payment terms or a reoccurring payment to occur for that product or service. And it enables you to do that. You capture their payment details the first time, and then it just keeps running the same card over and over again. So you can kind of see the power of that. We always want to ask ourselves that question. Can we put this on a subscription of some sort, whether that's annual, monthly, quarterly, whatever have you, right? Just determine the sort of cadence that makes sense for your product or service. Those are definitely two that I would look into. If you have a current business, even to say, okay, what can I do as a subscription or as a, a monthly kind of reoccurring thing, right? It's a very good question to ask yourself. That's what makes those apps so powerful, is that if I have a big customer base and everyone's kind of on a monthly thing, well, that actually really helps me predict revenue and sales and everything else like that. Then we have a few other, which are a little bit more back end and a little bit more, what do you say? Like nitty gritty applications, I would call them, kind of like the nerdy ones. I call them integration and maintenance. Shopify, they give us a lot of different tools to maintain data in a certain way and display it on a product page. At some point, your data might get very large, or like the way you're maintaining information gets kind of difficult. We use an application a lot of the time called Matrixify that allows us to update the products in an easier way. Yes, again, there is a Shopify standard methodology or process and procedure around that, but we like Matrixify. It makes things a little bit easier to understand and use. So that's an application we use for either migrating data over like orders or products or customers, and or a lot of the time we're actually maintaining the same set of data. We just want to make updates to it or create new ones, as an example. The other one I have on this list for integration purposes. So this is anytime you want to send either information to or from Shopify and you don't have a coder, use Zapier. We use Zapier a lot, actually, just to save our customers some money on development costs. Basically, Zapier has a lot of different connections between Shopify and other platforms, and just a bunch of different platforms in and of itself. And so we leverage Zapier to actually make those connections. Let's say I need to communicate something over to another application somewhere else. I can go to Zapier. I can say, hey, anytime an order is created, I need to communicate information over here. And you can actually do data manipulation. Hey, I know the order ID has a number sign in front of it in Shopify. I don't want that in my other application. So Zapier is a very, very powerful tool in this way that allows you to do a lot of no-code things and a lot of drag and drop. It's still a very technical tool. I don't want you to get the idea that you can just jump in and do anything. But if you have somewhat of a technical background, but you don't have a developer, Zapier is a great tool to use. Those are all the applications. Now there is one more, like one final component, because people are going to probably say, well, wait, Luke, what about the free shipping bars? And what about the upsells? And what about all these different, like the cart drawers and all the related products, right? All these different pieces of functionality that actually help you increase your sales. My new answer for 2025 is that a lot of the premium themes in Shopify actually give you the ability to configure upsells, meaning if I am buying this product, you might like this product as well. You can do that in the cart. You can do that on the product page. The cart drawer, we're just talking about the cart that slides from like the right to the left, and it's that little drawer on the right-hand side. There's also like free shipping. Hey, like you get free shipping when you spend $100. There's actually a little bar in a lot of themes that say like 50 to 100. Yeah, you spent 50, spend another 50 and get free shipping, as an example. A lot of themes have that. Related products. It's pretty much an out-of-the-box feature that almost every premium theme, and even some of the free ones, actually offer as well. These all used to be third-party applications, or things I would say, oh, you absolutely need to get a third-party application. I'm actually saying in 2025, you don't need to do that. Don't spend the extra money. Just get a premium theme that you really like, and then ultimately it would actually fulfill those needs that we were just talking about there. With that all being said, I hope you got a ton of value from this. Just to do a little bit of a recap, we have the foundational apps. That includes search and discovery from Shopify. That includes bundles from Shopify. That also includes checkout blocks from Shopify. Again, what we consider foundational building blocks. You need to have these in order to have an actual store, i.e. you need to be able to filter things. You need to be able to group things together. We have the email marketing tool, Klaviyo, right? This is a very important tool. We get our initial discount upfront for new customers. You get your welcome series, your abandoned carts, and your email campaigns all in one place, all the different data and segmentation of customers right then and there. We got social proof, meaning we need to collect reviews for our product or service, right? So you have Luke's, Judge Me, Yotpo. We have our integration and maintenance apps. So maintenance would be Matrixify, integration would be Zapier. So we talked about those two, Matrixify, just helping me maintain information in my Shopify store. Zapier saying, hey, I can basically push information in and out of Shopify, whether that's going outside or inside of the platform itself. And then we also have subscription apps. We can't forget about those, right? Let's think about that. Okay, yeah, subscription. Okay, how can I get that into my business? Or do I have that? I need to get those installed. And then lastly, don't forget about the functionality that Shopify gives us out of the box with those premium themes. Yes, they are like $300 to $400, but ultimately there are so many different features now that those are offering that back in the day would have been covered by third-party apps. But my recommendation, instead of spending $50 a month, $600 a year, just get a theme for $300 to $400 and it'll take care of those for you. This is Luke Tull with DexTech. I hope you found this video helpful and beneficial. And I would recommend watching some of our other videos over here or there, wherever we put them on the screen, those little bloops. Yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your day and talk later.